You've drifted, haven't you? Between the person you once dreamed of becoming and the one you've quietly settled for, there's a silent distance. No one sees it, but you feel it. Waking up a little later, breaking another small promise to yourself. And one morning, you realize you've drifted away from who you truly are. The good news: you can return. Not by becoming someone new, but by returning to the strongest version of yourself. The one still inside you, buried under comfort, delay, and noise. Today, we're not talking about motivation that fades. We're talking about inner discipline. About 8 Stoic practices you can use right now to rebuild your life. Quietly, consistently, without applause. Just small acts done with intention that change everything. Ready? Let's begin. 1. Train the body, liberate the mind. No philosophy survives for centuries if it stays trapped in the mind. The Romans didn't just speak Stoicism, they lived it. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Discipline your body strictly so it never betrays your mind." Think about it. How many times has your body turned against you? You swore you'd wake up early, but your hand silenced the alarm. You promised to eat clean, yet your cravings won the argument. You wanted a quiet hour with a book, but your fingers scrolled instead. Physical discipline isn't about vanity or muscle, it's a ritual of self-command. It's how you remind yourself that you are in charge. Start small. A 60-second cold shower each morning. A 20-minute run before sunrise. Or simply stand tall, breathe deep, and start the day without delay. Each time you conquer your body, you conquer the weaker parts of your mind. When the body learns obedience, the mind becomes free. That's why the ancient Stoics, from Socrates to Seneca, trained, fought, and sweated. Not to show off strength, but to whisper this timeless truth. Real power begins the moment you master yourself. 2. Ask for help. It's strength, not weakness. There's a lie that strong people love to believe: I don't need anyone. But Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the world, wrote something different. If you are wounded while scaling the wall, call for a comrade to pull you up. Simple words, yet they shatter a dangerous illusion that self-reliance means isolation. It doesn't. True self-reliance is the courage to admit when you're struggling and the humility to ask for help. When you seek a mentor, ask an honest question or share something you're afraid of. You are not being weak. You are practicing courage. Because Stoicism was never against emotion, it was against ego. It teaches us to break down the walls of pride and replace them with bridges of wisdom. Think of a soldier on the battlefield. He is strongest, not when he fights alone, but when he trusts the brother beside him. Life works the same way. You will not reach the summit if you're too proud to ask for directions. So when you need help, don't hide. Don't let shame silence you. Asking for help is not surrender. It's refusing to give up. And sometimes, the moment you open your mouth, the world opens its arms. 3. Read less, learn deeper. Seneca once said, "Many brilliant minds have been ruined by their obsession with useless knowledge." And look around, we're living in the age of infinite information and empty understanding. You can read hundreds of books, listen to thousands of podcasts, but if you never stop to digest what you consume, it's all just data, not wisdom. The Stoics taught, read less, but read right. Every book, every sentence, treat it like a conversation with a master long gone. Underline, reflect, test, rewrite. Then live what you've learned even for a single day, before moving on to the next thing. Forget reading 50 books this year. Choose 3. 3 that you'll return to, revisit, apply. Because knowledge doesn't change your life, practice does. Marcus Aurelius didn't write meditations to sound wise. He wrote it to train his soul every night, every morning, to be a better man. So, if you remember one thing from this, remember this. Don't read to know more. Read to become less ignorant. That's the essence of Stoicism. Not to fill your mind with words, but to empty it of foolishness. 4. Walk, the oldest medicine on earth. When your mind feels chaotic, when you're stuck, when life feels heavy on your chest, step outside and walk. No headphones, no phone. Just you and your breath. This isn't exercise, it's a ritual of cleansing. Seneca once wrote, "We should take walks in the open air so that the mind may be nourished and refreshed." And Kierkegaard confessed, "I have walked myself into my best thoughts." They understood something modern science only recently proved, that every step slows the mind, and every breath invites awareness back in. As you walk, thoughts begin to loosen their grip. You stop analyzing and start feeling. The wind brushes your face, light filters through the trees. Your footsteps merge with your heartbeat, and suddenly, the thing you feared feels smaller. Walking doesn't erase your problems. It erases the illusion that you can't handle them. So make walking your daily ritual. 10 minutes in the morning, 20 in the evening. No one is ever too busy to step outside. Some people just forget. That peace is always waiting, out there. 5. Focus like a Roman. People are not short on time, they're short on focus. Marcus Aurelius wrote that nearly 2,000 years ago, and today, it's truer than ever. You're not distracted because you're weak. You're distracted because the world is built to steal your attention. Notifications, news, social media, even the emotions of other people. Every time you react, a piece of you is pulled away. The Stoics taught us to return to one thing, the task right in front of you. Do it as if it were the last act of your life. With focus, with precision, with respect. Create your own zone of silence 30 minutes a day. No phone, no messages, no reflexes. Just you and the work that matters. That's how you reclaim your power, minute by minute, breath by breath. Focus isn't easy, it's warfare. But every time you hold your attention, you're declaring something powerful. I choose to command my mind, not be a slave to noise. And that is the act of a Stoic warrior, standing calm and unshaken in an age of chaos. 6. Break the chains, be a slave to nothing. Seneca once wrote, "He who is a slave to desire is chained as tightly as one bound in iron." And today, those chains no longer rattle, they vibrate. They're made of habits. You can't put the phone down. You can't start the day without caffeine. You can't relax until you've checked your notifications. But freedom, real freedom, isn't doing whatever you want. It's needing nothing. It's the power to say no. Try it. 1 day without social media. 3 days without complaining. A week without sugar or caffeine. At first, it burns, you itch, you feel restless. But then, something strange happens. You feel lighter, clearer, stronger. Because when the addiction fades, you don't just gain time. You regain self-control. Every chain begins as comfort. So cut it before it cuts you off from yourself. Because no one is free. as long as they're ruled by a habit. 7. Kill perfectionism, choose progress. Perfectionism sounds noble, but it's fear wearing a mask of virtue. You don't act because you're afraid it's not good enough. You don't finish because you fear it's not perfect. And so, you live your whole life in the waiting room, preparing, planning, polishing, but never becoming. Martha Graham once cried through the night, convinced her new dance was a failure. But that very performance later became legendary. Why? Because she had the courage to finish. The Stoics taught, do not abandon the journey because you cannot perfect it. Your duty isn't to reach the ideal. Your duty is to move forward. Follow this rule. 80% done means done. 100% perfect means never. Write it, publish it, build it, step out anyway. Perfection is a wall. Progress is a window, and you will only see the sky when you dare to open it. 8. Choose one word and live by it this year. Seneca said, if a man does not know to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. A new year doesn't need 10 goals. It needs one word. One word to anchor you, to remind you where you're going. Choose that word. Maybe it's discipline because you've scattered your energy too thin. Stillness because you've been lost in chaos. Courage because fear has kept you standing still. Or less because you're drowning in too much of everything. Write it down. Put it on your wall. Make it your phone screen. See it every morning and ask yourself, am I living by this word today? Just one word, but it can become a compass. A quiet reminder that steadies your mind amid the noise. Don't choose a word because it sounds nice. Choose the one that shakes you. The one that exposes what you've been missing most. Because you can begin again anytime. You don't need a special day or a grand ceremony. You only need this moment. Because this moment, right here, is where you're reborn. Conclusion: the Stoic Habit. How much longer will you wait to demand the best version of yourself? When work slows down? When the weather gets better? When life finally feels stable? Trust me, that day will never come. The only day you truly have is this one. The only hour under your control is this hour. And the smallest action you can take is to act right now. Stand up, drink a glass of cold water. Do 20 push-ups. Take a 10-minute walk. Turn off your notifications for 30 minutes and do one thing that actually matters. Text a friend you trust and ask for advice. Write down your word for the year and tape it to your mirror. You don't need a miracle to rebuild your life. You just need one decision repeated enough times. Because discipline isn't a moment, it's a pattern. And every pattern begins with a single act of courage. So if you're ready, make your choice now. Comment below just one word, the word that will define your year. I'll read it. I'll respond. And together in quiet discipline, we'll rise. Reinvent yourself in silence, in daily steps, in the Stoic way. And if this message spoke to you, share it. Subscribe so you don't lose this momentum. Because every time you return a little stronger, a little freer, a little more you. Your next chapter begins right here, right now. Let's begin. Thank you for watching.